Hello and welcome from Richmond, Indiana, here at McBride Stadium. Sam Newcomb here alongside Luke Westpoy as the Hamilton Joes will take on the Richmond Jazz in Game 6 of this GLSCL summer season. Luke, yesterday the Joes took on the Steam trying to get revenge from Game 1, and it was the pitching that really dominated in that one.
Yeah, what a game from Sam Klein. The starter goes 8 innings, strikes out 14, and then Kyle Durham comes into the ninth, strikes out the side. 17 total Ks for the Joes yesterday, and a dominant performance from the pitching. The offense struggled, but if you get one and your pitching does that well, that's all you need. They take it 1-0 at home.
The pitching staff for the Joes, one of the best in the GLSCL, and the Joes currently sit at a 4-1 record, tied atop the standings with the Ohio Bison in the South Division. Let's take a look at your starting lineups. The Joes will bat first. They will be the road team today. Batting first in DH and Garrett Staten. Batting second and playing center field, John Sanjewell. Batting third and at shortstop, Luke Arnold. And in the cleanup spot for the Joes and playing first base is Matt Dietering. Batting fifth and playing second base is Cole Becker. Batting sixth and out in right field is Victor Valderrama. Batting seventh and at third base is Tyler Heinrichs. Batting eighth and behind the dish is Dylan Ballauer. And batting ninth and playing left field is Dalton Miller. On the mound for the Richmond Jazz is going to be Luke Leverton, making his second start. He pitched Game 1 of the season in their win over the Scouts. First pitch in there. Misses for a ball. First pitch, 6:14 local time. Leverton went 6 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs, and struck out 7 Scouts in his first outing and fires a strike in there. Count now 1-1 to Garrett Staten, who is going to be in the leadoff spot for the Joes today. The 1-1, wave and a miss. And 2 quick strikes to Staten, who's batting .364 on the season. Did not play in yesterday's win. Harry Jackson sick today, and Logan Castleman with right shoulder soreness. The 2 guys that are usually at the top of the order for the Joes. 2-2 the count to Garrett Staten. Here's the pitch from Leverton. And it's going to be hit up the middle, but making the play is KJ Curry. Fires over to first for out number 1. We're located here on the first base side in a small press box here at McBride Stadium. The view you have is the view we have here on YouTube. Glad you can join us here on a beautiful evening for some baseball here in Richmond, Indiana. 1 up, 1 down for Luke Leverton. Just finished up his senior year of high school. Will be taking his talents to Miami of Ohio next year. First pitch to John Sanjewell is a ball inside. Sanjewell looking for his first hit as a Joe, 0 for 9 on the season. Played in yesterday's game back at Foundation Field, went 0 for 3. Thing with Sanjewell, though, is he doesn't strike out often, puts the ball in play, but just hasn't found a hole yet to get his first hit out of Columbia. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch from Leverton. In on the hands, and Leverton fights it off foul. On the mound in the bottom of the first for the Joes is going to be Sebastian Gongora. Gongora has made 2 appearances this year, but will be making his first start as a Joe. Here's the righty on lefty matchup. Leverton to Sanjewell, and Sanjewell fights off another one with 2 strikes. And we'll do it again. Here with 1 out in the top of the first. Richmond Jazz, 2-3 record. Both their wins came over the Xenia Scouts. Scouts still winless on the season. 1-2 is high and outside for a ball 2. 2-2 the count now to John Sanjewell. The pitch from Leverton. Swing and a miss, and he gets his first K of the day. And there's 2 down here in the top of the first inning.
It's a good start from Leverton. He's looked pretty comfortable on the mound thus far. He's pitched 6 innings in his only appearance for the Jazz this year. Walked 4, struck out 7, and would also get the win, as you mentioned, in the season opener against the Xenia Scouts, who the Joes will take on tomorrow at Grady's Field.
Luke Arnold will step in out of the right side and look at a strike. Did not play yesterday. Got the day off after starting the first 4 games for the Joes. But back in the lineup today. 0-1 pitch from Leverton is sliced into right field, but this could be a routine play for the right fielder. Heading towards the line, he'll make the grab. Gerald Buchanan ends the inning with the catch out in right field. F9 to end things here in the top of the first. When we come back, we'll let you know about the Joes starting pitcher, and we'll get to the Richmond Jazz lineup when we come back. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
ADG Services is Hamilton and Fairfield's most trusted painting contractors, offering deck staining, sealing, and waterproofing, as well as drywall texturing and exterior and interior painting, as well as many other services. ADG Services is your way to go for all your painting needs. Visit them at 456 Sims Road in Fairfield or give them a call at 513-295-2767. ADG Services, a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes. All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes. Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all.
Back here at Foundation Field, bottom of the first, the Joes went scoreless in the top half of the first inning. Let's take a look at your starting lineups for the Richmond Jazz. KJ Curry will lead things off, batting second, Austin Slate, batting third and DHing Ben Huber, batting fourth, and at first base, Tyler Johnson, batting fifth, and in left field, Austin Deering, batting sixth, and in right field, as the first pitch in there is a ball to KJ Curry. Batting sixth and playing right field is Gerald Buchanan, batting seventh and at third base, Bradley Fleener, batting eighth and catching, Chandler Skelly, and batting ninth and playing shortstop is Braden Owens. 2 pitches and 2 balls from Sebastian Gongora to start things off for the Joes on the mound today. This is his third appearance for the Joes as KJ Curry squares the bunt, pulls back, and now 3 straight thrown balls from Gongora.
Yeah, Gongora was supposed to start in that rained-out game against the Ohio Bison a couple nights ago, but after that rain-out, his start had to be pushed back to tonight. That's a good pitch in there for the first strike.
Get me over strike there, and it counts 3-1. Gongora, sophomore out of Wright State, has a 4-seam curveball change, and that one just at top the strike zone. And Gongora works it back full now to KJ Curry, who's batting from the right side. Batting 154 on the season is Curry. Here's the payoff pitch. Ripped into right field, but that's going to slice out of play. Foul ball, and we'll do it again. KJ Curry, senior out of Wilson College. The 3-2, that one above the letters, and a leadoff walk to start things here in the bottom of the first. So KJ Curry does his job to get on at the leadoff spot. 1 for 1 on stolen base attempts is KJ Curry, who now stands at first base, and coming up to bat is Austin Slate, the center fielder for the Jazz, 0 for 8 on the season, looking for his first hit of the summer. First pitch to Slate, sails high for a ball. Gongora in his last outing came Sunday against the Scouts, pitched 3 innings, gave up 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. As he fires up there a strike in the strike zone to make the count 1-1. Wind blowing in from left center field. Gongora gonna check on the runner. Not his best move. But to let Curry know over there at first that he has his eye on him. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Nope. He'll fire back over to first. The Jazz on the season have stolen 5 bases, have not been caught, as Gongora fires one by Slate for strike 2. On deck is Ben Huber, who is batting .333, has 3 doubles and 2 RBIs for the Jazz in the young season. See if Gongora can get his first out here in the bottom of the first. Sets at the belt, now fires, and that one skips in the dirt. Ballauer keeps it in front, and heading towards second is Curry, and he swipes the bag. So runner in scoring position here with no outs here in the bottom of the first for the Richmond Jazz. 2-2 the count to Austin Slate. Joe's in their black uniforms with Hamilton across the chest in red and red down the side. Gray pants, black caps with the Joe's script on the caps. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Gongora. Hit into right field, but that one's going to sky out of play. Those fly balls down the right field line are kind of hard from our vantage point to gauge whether it's going to be fair or foul. Small press box here at McBride Stadium, but we're making it work. 2-2 the count now with no one out from Gongora. Ripped into right field for a base hit. KJ Curry around third. He's going to get the stop sign, and there's going to be runners on the corners with no one out here in the bottom of the first. So Austin Slate gets his first hit of the summer, and the Jazz are threatening here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, good at bat there from Austin Slate. He had 2 strikes on him for a little bit, but he was able to foul a pitch off, take a pitch, and then eventually poke one out into right field. And now, as you mentioned, the Jazz threatening here, runners on the corners and nobody out. Coming in now, Ben Huber, the DH, the 3-hitter.
First pitch to Huber is fouled off into the parking lot.
Something interesting to note, there was some heat lightning prior to the game that pushed first pitch back. It only pushed it back about 10 minutes, but it also meant that the Jazz weren't able to take batting practice. So only the Joes had some warm-ups prior to this, but the Jazz looking pretty good here in the bottom of the first.
Ben Huber, who's up for the Jazz, 0 for 4 in his last meeting against Joe's pitching. He has a chance to give the Jazz their first lead of the game here in the bottom of the first and get things going here from McBride Stadium. No balls and a strike to Ben Huber after a couple pitches or throws over from Gongora to first. See if Slate will be on the move. Try to get 2 runners in scoring position. Dylan Ballauer, the catcher for the Joes tonight. And that one at the letters for a ball. And counts 1-1. See how long Gongora can go as he a little bumpy start here in the first. The 1-1 from Gongora. Ripped into left field for a base hit. KJ Curry will score. And the Jazz have a 1-0 lead. And there's still no one out here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, 2 singles and a walk to start off the game. Pretty much an ideal start on the offensive side for the Jazz. And now they're still threatening with a runner in scoring position and one on first. Still nobody out for Tyler Johnson, the cleanup hitter.
Last time these two teams met, the Joes beat the Jazz by a score of 11-3. The Jazz only had 2 hits in that one. And just like that, they have 2 hits. And there's still no one out here in the bottom of the first. Lefty on lefty matchup to Tyler Johnson is in there for a strike. Johnson 2 for 4 on the year for the Jazz. Still no one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Jazz lead 1-0. Gongora looks over at second, now fires home. It's a breaking ball, and this one spins foul down the first base line. So Gongora with 2 strikes on Tyler Johnson, trying to retire Johnson to get the first out of the inning and get into a rhythm or a groove, you could say. A walk and 2 singles to the first 3 batters for the Jazz, and now no balls, 2 strikes to Tyler Johnson. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 looking. And that is the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. Tyler Johnson is retired and will walk back to his dugout with a forwards K. And Austin Deering will step in, another lefty batter, batting $176 for the Joes. You want to keep this Jazz lead to only 1. Try to escape the jam, but both runners are going to advance 90 feet, and there's 2 runners in scoring position on second and third with 1 down.
Yeah, Gongora's been a little bit shaky. Had a pretty good last at bat with 3 straight strikes, but he's allowed a couple runners to advance and given up a run early in this one.
The 1-0 pitch. Upstairs, but Austin Deering goes chasing. And there's 1 ball, 1 strike. Deering playing left field for the Jazz today. A lefty-on-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch from Gongora. Fouled off for strike 2. So Gongora trying to get back-to-back strikeouts after allowing the 3 first Jazz players to reach board. And now here's the 1-2. Try to go back upstairs with it, but Deering doesn't offer. And now the count's 2-2. Gongora with the mitt above his face, now dives lower, and this one ripped into center field. This should be an easy play for Sanjul. He make the grab, coming from third and home. There's not going to be a throw, so a sac fly for the Jazz from Austin Deering. The lead is 2. And did he not? He did not tag up in time. The Joes threw to third, and that's the third and final out of the inning, so scratch that run. Only 1 comes across for the Jazz in the bottom of the first. We head to the second inning. Jazz 1, Joe 0. Here from McBride Stadium, you're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
At Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home, we don't just care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Carefree Heating and Cooling is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for a quick AC repair in Hamilton, Ohio, turn to the professionals at Carefree Heating and Cooling. With a name for completing the work correctly the first time, you can rely on our quality service to get your AC system working like it should. When you need air conditioning fast, call us at 513-268-5164, or you can also contact us online at carefreeheatingandcoolingco.com.
Joe's fans, Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at cboxsports.
Back here at Foundation Field, Sam Newcomb here alongside Luke Westbowley. So after it looked like the Jazz were going to take a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first from the sac fly from Austin Deering, Austin Slate did not tag up in time. He went a little too early. and the score is now only 1-0. Dietering will lead things off, and botching it over at short, but making the play after picking it up off the dirt, and still able to gun down Dietering for the first out of the inning is Braden Owens. It was a hard hit ball. Owens stopped it, but it went to the dirt, but Dietering unable to beat it out down the first base line, and there's one down. Joes were retired in order in the top of the first inning. Already one pitch, one out here in the top of the second. Cole Becker will step in out of Moorhead State, 0 for 3 in his first game as a Joe yesterday. Looking to maybe potentially be the first Joe's base runner of today's game as he looks at a ball in on the hands. The 1-0 pitch from Leverton. Ground ball, third base. Bradley Fleener fields. Routine play over to first for out number 2. 2 down here in the top of the second inning. Only 3 pitches is all it took for Leverton to get 2 down here in the top of the second, and Victor Valderrama will dig in. Valderrama started in yesterday's game, went 1 for 3. A total of 2 for 7 on the season out of Rutgers University, but in the transfer portal right now, so looking to find a new home to play baseball next season. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Leverton. Fouled off and out of play, straight back. Evens the count at 1. Luke Leverton pitched well in his first outing, went 6 innings, gave up no runs and only allowed 2 hits with 7 strikeouts, and looking good early on through an inning and 2/3 as this one high and in and skips past the mid of Skelly for ball number 2.
The backstop here at McBride is really far from home plate. We haven't seen a ball get there just yet, but that could definitely come into play if there are runners on base.
Foul tip that actually pops out of the mid of Skelly, but nonetheless is a strike, and the count's 2-2 to Victor Valderrama. So the Joes trying to avoid going down in order in back-to-back innings. Valderrama rests his bat on the shoulder now. Leverton fires home that one outside to work the count full.
Yeah, I think Victor was holding his breath for a second there. That was right on the edge, but now he's got a full count.
The 3-2 pitch from Leverton. Swing and a miss. Another 1-2-3 inning for Luke Leverton. The Joes go down in order, and we go to the bottom of the second. Joes nothing, Jazz 1 here on YouTube.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joes game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank. When it comes to managing your money, they make it easy, fast, and secure.
Come curious and leave inspired. The Fitton Center for Creative Arts isn't just a building, it's an experience. We are a nonprofit community arts organization that has been a part of the Hamilton community for over 20 years. Visit us soon to see what we have to offer. Learn something new in one of our art classes or workshops that are open to students of all ages. Be enthralled by extraordinary musicians, actors, and dancers at one of our live performances. Stroll through our remarkable art galleries or reserve one of our diverse venues for your special event. Become a part of the Fitton Center and redefine the way you experience the arts in Hamilton.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County with community-focused health care. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge...
Back here at McBride Stadium, Joes find themselves down 1-0 in this one. Dangura out for his second inning of work. A little bumpy start, but only gave up 1 run. Could have been 2. And a base hit to start things off for Gerald Buchanan. His second hit of the summer. And the leadoff man is on for the Jazz in back-to-back innings. And now Bradley Fleener, the third baseman for the Jazz, will step in from the left side. The Jazz not very aggressive on the base paths. Only 5 stolen bases on the season, which is 13th in the GLSCL out of 14 teams. First pitch to Fleener, low and in for a ball. Jazz have been struggling to hit the ball all season long, only batting a .180, which is 13th. This one gets by Ballauer, pops out of his mitt, and a runner advances to second base, and Buchanan is in scoring position for the Richmond Jazz.
Yeah, Gongora's struggled a little bit. He's had a couple that have passed Ballauer. He's actually going to take a pair of sunglasses off and toss him back to the dugout, so maybe an adjustment from him. But yeah, we've seen Jazz runners advance a couple times already today on some pass balls.
The 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Ballauer wore his sunglasses in his first game he played for the Joes against the Scouts. But not much needed, the sunglasses are, for today's game, as it's a little overcast. Alright, say a little cloudy and a couple spots of blue out in the sky. Counts now 3-1 to Bradley Fleener.
Bryce Smith's in the bullpen for the Joes. I don't know if we saw this a couple times yesterday where pitchers were just throwing their daily bullpens instead of actually warming up, but something to keep an eye on.
The 3-1. And there for a strike, and the count's full. Fleener didn't like the call. Thought he had work to walk there. But now the count's full with no outs and a runner on second for the Jazz here in the bottom of the second inning. Jazz lead 1-0. Here's the pitch from Gongora. Did he go around? He did not, and it sure did look like he went around.
Yeah, he was walking back to the dugout, but he's able to get the call, and he gets over to first. So now first and second, still with nobody out, and Chandler Skelly coming up.
We were unable to get the names of the home plate and base umpires today, but whoever's the base umpire didn't really have a good angle to see if Fleener went around. From our angle, it sure looked like it, but runners on first and second with no outs for the Jazz. Now Chandler Skelly, who's 0 for 9, will square to bunt, and that one off the bottom of the bat, foul.
Chandler, the son of Richmond Jazz coach Michael Skelly, who's caught in both games thus far that the Joes have played against the Jazz.
Skelly 0 for 4. And his first game against the Joes this season. This is the second game between these two teams. Joes took down the Jazz at Foundation Field 11-3. Jazz struggled to hit in that one. Only had 2 hits total, but 3 already. We're in the second inning. Squares the bunt again. He pokes at it. Fouled off, and now there's 2 strikes. So Skelly unable to put down a sacrifice bunt. And let's see if they would have him square to bunt here again with 2 strikes. Do they take that gamble or just have Skelly swinging? Here we go. First and second, no outs here in the bottom of the second. Gongora sets at the belt, looks over at second, now looks back at home. Fires to Ballauer. Nice curveball in there for a strike 3 looking. It froze Skelly, and he's retired for the first out of the inning. Backwards K, and there's 1 down here in the bottom of the second. And Braden Owens, the 9-hitter, will step in. 0 for 6 for the Jazz on the season. Fully grass and dirt field. First time the Joes have played on a fully grass and dirt field this season. This stadium, McBride Stadium, built in 1936. It's an old one. Renovated back in 95. And There's now 2 quick strikes to Braden Owens from Gongora after giving up a single and a walk. Trying to strike out back-to-back batters to get 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Top of the order on deck. That's KJ Curry, who singled or walked in his first at-bat. The pitch, it's a breaking ball. But Owens able to fight it off. Was a little ahead of that one, but able to get a piece of it to stay alive. New baseball's coming out from the Jazz dugout. Good crowd on hand here in Richmond. Much better than the last time the Joes were playing on the road against the Scouts. Only a few people were at that one, but a good crowd on hand to watch some baseball tonight. The pitch from Gongora. It's a curveball, but able to get a good rip on it is Owens, and it's over the head of Sanjul. That will score at least 1. The second guy is coming around home. Bradley Fleener is in there standing up, and it's a 2-run double for the 9-hitter Braden Owens. Sanjul just couldn't get a read off the bat, and it screamed over his head.
We're going to get a mound visit here from Keegan Burney. Great hitting from everyone really in the Jazz order through the first time around. 3 runs come across.
Yeah, Gongora just hung a curveball there. That went right across the heart of the zone, and Owens made Gongora pay. And hit one deep to center field over the head of Sanjul. And the Jazz have a 3-0 lead early on in this one. Joes have won 4 straight after losing their first one to the Steam down in Florence. And in order for the Joes to win tonight's game, it's going to be a comeback victory after being down early 3 runs. Still plenty of game to be played, and the Joes' bats can get hot, but worth mentioning that Castleman and Harry Jackson, 2 of the top hitters for the Joes this season, not in the lineup in today's game. Gongora, after the mound visit, fires home, and Curry trying to reach base via the bunt, but that one is fouled straight back. Curry reached on a walk in the bottom of the first, came around to score. That was the only run scored from the Jazz in the first inning, but they have plated 2 across here in the bottom of the second to lead by 3. Here's the pitch from Gongora, wave and a miss, as some dust comes out of the mid of ball hour after making the grab, and there's 2 strikes to KJ Curry. Owen stands on second after doubling and scoring 2 for the Jazz. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one at the eyes for a ball. Bryce Smith, like Luke mentioned earlier, is out warming up in the bullpen. Down the fence on the left side. The 1-2. Fought off by KJ Curry, and the count remains 1-2.
There's another Joe that's standing over there by the bullpen. All the other Joes are in the dugout, but there's one other player that's standing over there by that bullpen mound.
KJ Curry played his ball at Wilson College. Hails from Bowie, Maryland. Nice curveball in there. Froze Curry. And Gongora has his 3rd strikeout of the day.
Yeah, all 3 looking from Gongora. When that curveball's caught the strike zone, it's been pretty good, but sometimes he just hangs it in there a little bit too much and allows the batter to get a pretty good rip on it. But Austin Slate's going to come in now. He's 1 for 1. He would come around and almost score back in the first. He was the early tag that resulted in the end of that first inning.
So this game could be 4-0. But the miscue from Slate on the base path's trying to tag from third base to home. Makes this game still only 3-0. He has a chance to make up for it, though, with a base hit that would probably score. Owens at second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fouled off down the right side. Into the parking lot. Gotta be careful where you park at many of these ballparks in foul ball territory. Don't want to go home with a broken windshield or window, or possibly even a dent on your car. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. The 1-1 pitch from Gongora is a curveball that is in the dirt. Ballauer keeps it in front of him. Joe's trying to keep this game at 3-0. Runner in scoring position for the Jazz. On second base, this one ripped into right field for a base hit. Around third is Owens. He is going to score, and this game is 4-0 off the RBI single of Austin Slate.
Yeah, the Jazz keep racking them up. Another base hit there into the gap on the right side of the infield, and the lead is extended to 4. So Ben Huber, the DH, going to come up. Now he's got a runner on first, 2 away for the Jazz.
Huber singled in the first inning, and that was an RBI single that scored KJ Curry. First pitch to Huber. Dives low in the dirt for a ball. Jazz lead 4-0 after scoring 1 in the first and 3 here in the bottom of the second. Gongora fires home. This one hit hard to Arnold. Arnold will flip to his teammate Becker at second to go with the fielder's choice, and that will end the inning, but not until the Jazz plate 3 and lead 4-0. You're listening to Hamilton Joe's Baseball on YouTube.
Edge technology. They feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a level 3 trauma center, heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs.
4-Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all things heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. With over 100 combined years of industry-specific experience, they're equipped with the design and job site knowledge to complete every project from concept to routine maintenance. Call them at 513-737-1008. If you're looking for an industry leader in all things related to windows and doors, look no further than L.E. Schofield Window and Door Co. With over 7 decades of experience in providing window and door repair and replacement services, as well as glass, screens, and other products, you can count on them to get the job done right the first time around. Call them today at 513-863-8932.
Woman-owned and family-operated, M&G Body Shop has a honest and dependable staff that has over 30 years of experience bringing cars back to life. M&G Body Shop can get your car back safely on the road, providing a wide variety of services including bodywork, frame adjustment, painting, total loss evaluation, window and glass repair, collision repair, alignment, insurance claim reports, and paintless dent repair, and more. Visit M&G Body Shop at 12018 Hamilton Avenue in Cincinnati, or call them up at 513-851-9056.
Seven, 8, 9 hitters for the Joes to start this top of the third inning. Tyler Heinrichs, Dylan Ballauer, Dalton Miller due up. Joe's still looking for their first base runner of today's game as this one popped up towards the third base in foul territory, and making the grab is Bradley Fleener near the Joe's dugout. And there's 1 pitch, 1 out to start the third. Dylan Ballauer will now step in. Luke Leverton on the mound for the Jazz has pitched well, as retired. The Joes in order thus far. The first pitch to Ballauer is fouled off. If I'm not mistaken, I think this might be the Joes' largest deficit of the season at 4. So it's going to be a tough one, uphill battle from here on out if the Joes want to try to get a comeback victory. Ballauer, 1-1 pitch is high and outside. Ballauer, back when he played against the Scouts, got things going in the 6th inning when the bats were cold all the way up to that point. And the Joes scored 3 and would hold on to win that one 4-3 over the Scouts. And swings and misses there, and the count's 2-2. Ballauer 1 for 4 in the first game he played against the Scouts, and first at bat today. He risks one hard to the shortstop, Braden Owens. He fields, throws, and there's 2 down here in the 3rd. Joes can't find a hole early on in this one, and now it's going to be up to the 9-hitter Dalton Miller to maybe try to get a 2-out rally going for the Hamilton Joes.
Yeah, they're putting balls in play, but they just haven't really been able to do anything with it. They've just found those infielders. A lot of ground outs early for the Joes. Now Dalton Miller, the only Joe yet to bat, will look to start things here in the 3rd.
Foul tip into the mitt of Skelly for strike 1. Miller batting .231 on the season, playing left field for the Joes today. Got the day off in yesterday's game against the Steam. Back in the lineup today. Here's the pitch from Leverton. That one high above the strike zone for a ball. Now the count's 1-1. Leverton kicks, fires, and gets Dalton Miller to chase. Good breaking ball that had Miller fooled up there at the plate. Was way ahead of that one, and now there's 2 strikes, and Leverton trying to have a perfect 3 innings against Joe's batters. Here's the pitch. Miller got a piece of that one, but foul towards the Joe's bullpen. Leverton went right back to that curveball, but Miller able to get a good chunk of the baseball there, but too far ahead. Count remains 1-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. Joe's trail 4-0. The pitch from Leverton. Steve Reich 3 looking. So Luke Leverton goes through the order of the Joes 9 straight to start the first 3 innings. Luke Leverton looking real good. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Jazz 4, Joes nothing. Here in Hamilton Joes YouTube.
Hungry Joe's fans? Visit your neighborhood McDonald's. With 6 locations in Hamilton, there's always one close by. Whether you're in the mood for some nuggets, a Coke, or a classic Big Mac, McDonald's is the spot to satisfy
Home appliance repair in Hamilton, Ohio, so you can get on with your day-to-day activities. They are a family-owned company offering fast and reliable appliance repairs. Their skilled service technicians work on a wide variety of brands and home appliances, providing quality repairs on everything from dishwashers to microwaves. Go to their location at 780 South Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard or contact them at 513-285-3519.
Pfefferly Tire and Auto is your car's home for all of its needs. Whether you just need a quick oil change, a repair, or you're in the market for new tires, Pfefferly will get it done with professionalism and honesty. And with convenient locations in both Fairfield and Hamilton, there's always a place nearby.
Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton, Ohio, we take care to make sure our club is clean and welcoming, our staff is friendly, and our certified trainers are ready to help. Whether you're a first-time gym user or a fitness veteran, you'll always have a home in our judgment-free zone.
Queen City Hospice is your local, independently owned and operated center that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. We understand that our staff is the most important aspect of our organization,
New pitcher for the Joes. It's going to be Bryce Smith. He'll be the first one coming out of the bullpen for the Joes in today's game. First pitch from Smith. In there for a strike. Gongura goes 2 innings, gave up 4 runs, 5 hits, struck out 3, and walked 2. Hit hard to Luke Arnold over there at short, able to glove it, but an offline throw, and Tyler Johnson will reach off the E6. It was a hard hit ball. Luke Arnold had it pop out of his mitt, was able to gather it, but a bad throw to first. And Tyler Thaman came out to talk to the base umpire. I don't know what that would be, what the discussion over there would have been. Maybe, Johnson has the right of way to run down the first baseline, so I don't know what that discussion was about, but nonetheless, leadoff air, and back to Arnold. He'll fire to second, and they'll get the out after it popped out of the mitt of Becker. It looked like it was going to be an easy 6-4-3 double play. Popped out of the mitt of Becker, and Arnold was able to just gather that baseball and able to tap on the bag to get an out in the inning. Tyler Johnson out heading towards second. Deering reached on the fielder's choice. And there's one down as Smith fires one in there for a ball. Looked like it was a good toss from Arnold to Becker. Those two are actually playing the middle infield for the first time together, so chemistry probably not there just yet. Gerald Buchanan singled in his first at-bat, came around to score. Chopper over to Arnold. Arnold throws to second, it's in time. And there's the second out of the inning. Cole Becker held on to it after receiving the toss from Arnold. Not going to get a double play out of it, as Buchanan was well already over there at first base. 2 outs, and Buchanan reaches on the fielder's choice, and Bradley Fleener will dig in, batting from the left side. Joe's trying to get the Jazz here in the bottom of the third without giving up a run. 1 run scored from the Jazz in the first, and then 3 in the second. Smith fires another one in there for a strike, and there's 2 strikes and no balls to Bradley Fleener. The 0-2 just misses for a ball. Bryce Smith out of Northern Kentucky University fires one in the dirt for the second straight ball of the at-bat to Bradley Fleener. Smith appeared in 10 games, pitched 16 2/3 innings, had a 10.80 ERA. This one grounded down the first base side. Dietering boots it, throws over to first, and that gets by. So another error for the Joes. They struggled defensively all season long, have the Joes, and runners are on the corners. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning, Bradley Fleener reaches on the E3, second error of the inning for the Joes.
Yeah, and Tyler Thaman over there in the Joes dugout has his hat in his hands and just looking down at the ground. He's probably furious. He's, as we mentioned in yesterday's broadcast, made the infielders come early to take some extra ground balls prior to yesterday's game after a whole lot of errors against the Ohio Marlins. But today, not much improvement. Already 2 here in this third inning.
Two quick strikes thrown to Chandler Skelly, who struck out looking in the second inning. Joe's trying to have no damage done, or no damage allowed, here in this bottom of the third inning. Runners on the corners for the Jazz. Bryce Smith has not pitched that bad. It's just his defense hasn't helped him at all. He sets at the belt, now fires home. High for a ball for the first ball of the at-bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the third inning, Joe's trail 4-0. They've still yet to get a base runner at the plate. Ground ball, third base. Heinerkes flings it over to second for the third and final out of the inning. So the Joes have 2 errors in the bottom of the third inning, but the Jazz can't take advantage of those errors and play any. Score remains 4-0. Jazz on top. We move to the 4th inning here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
Get ready, Joe's fans. Raising Cane's is coming to Hamilton. Opening June 29th at 1479 Main Street, you can enjoy the world-famous flavor of Raising Cane's chicken fingers. Can't wait? Head down to Fairfield, where there's a Cane's located at 5120 Dixie Highway that can satisfy all your cravings right now. Raising Cane's is a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Hungry Joe's fans, stop by Richard's Pizza before, during, or after the Hamilton Joe's game. Order a pizza that was voted #1 best pizza in Butler County, or order one of their famous Italian steak sandwiches at Richard's Pizza, located on 417 Main Street. You can order online or stop by Richard's Pizza for your next delicious meal.
The Robinson Fence Company of Hamilton has been serving the community for over 27 years. Receiving an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they have been Hamilton's top choice for gating and fencing needs. Give them a visit at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-867-0080. At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposely so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
Story Point Fairfield isn't just a place to reside. It's a place for residents to truly shine every day, offering a diverse range of senior living services. Our community is designed to suit all resident lifestyles, from highly independent seniors to those who may require day-to-day assistance. Every resident becomes a member of our community. We strive to make sure each moment of each day is something.
Top of the order to start things here in the 4th inning for the Joes. Joes have not had a base runner in this inning. Luke Leverton has been on fire for the Jazz on the mound, continuing his success in his second start of the summer. Staten Morgan is up for the Joes. 1-1 the count to Garrett, who grounded out to second base in his first at-bat. He looks at another one. That is in the strike zone for the second strike. So 1-2 the count. Luke Leverton will be playing at Miami of Ohio next spring. Is pitching really well. Just finished his senior year of high school. But so far in facing GLSCL batters, he's been phenomenal. Has only given up 2 hits in a total of 9 innings pitched thus far. The pitch from Leverton, wave and a miss. Strike 3, Staten down on strikes, and 1 up, 1 down. Here in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, Staten's going to be frustrated with that one. It was just way outside, and he just kind of reached out and chased it and didn't really have a chance on that pitch. John Sanjul's going to come up.
Yeah, 10 straight batters retired by Luke Leverton, and John Sanjul, who's looking for his first hit, trying to give the Joes their first hit of the game, or maybe just even a base runner if you can work a walk. 1-0 pitch, ripped hard into right center field. This is hit well, and that ball is off the fence. Sanjul around first. He will head to second. He's in there for a stand-up double. Looked like we might have seen almost saw our first home run for the Joes this season. But nonetheless, it's the first hit of the game, first base runner of the game, and the Joes have a runner in scoring position with 1 out.
Yeah, great way to break out of a slump from John Sanjul. It's important to note that the conditions in this field favor lefties. It's shorter out there in right field to pull it in. The wind is kind of blowing in from left field. So John Sanjul, one of the few lefties in the lineup today for the Joes. He breaks out of a slump with a double, was just off getting a home run, but nonetheless a runner in scoring position here for Luke Arnold.
Arnold fouls this one off himself to start his at-bat. Watching the Joes in batting practice, we only saw one homer from a right-handed batter down the left field, but we saw many go over the fence in right field. Straight down the right field line is only 311, but where Sanjul just hit that one, it was around 350. So he poked that one, but unable to put one over the fence. But nonetheless, the Joes have a runner aboard for the first time in today's game. Now Luke Arnold, who's an RBI machine for the Joes this season with 6 RBIs on the season, trying to give the Joes their first run of the game. And counts 1-1 to Luke Arnold. Batting .250 on the season is Arnold. The 1-1 from Leverton. And in there for a strike. Counts 1-2 now to Luke Arnold, who bats from the right side. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Jazz lead 4-0 over the Hamilton Joes. Sanjul toying with Leverton over there at second. The pitch. Fly ball left field. This should be an easy play for Deering. He'll make the catch. Sanjul on the move. He's going to tag, and he's going to be safe. He evaded the tag of Bradley Fleener, who caught it and dove towards Sanjul, but base umpire Brad Donathan did not see a tag applied. So Sanjul reaches third base, the first Joe to reach third base in today's game, and Matt Dietering will step in.
Dietering was hitting bombs in DP today.
Let's see if he can get a hold of one here and cut their deficit in half. First pitch from Leverton misses for a ball.
He was talking about yesterday. Was talking to him just after he took a couple of batting practice rounds. Said he was just frustrated that his at-bats yesterday, as he fouls this one off, he only saw 2 fastballs in that entire game, and one of them he said was down in the dirt, so he didn't really get too many pitches that he could try and rip.
Dietering went 3 for 4 in yesterday's win over the Steam. He has 5 RBIs on the season and is batting .417 on the year coming into today's game. At 1-1, off the plate again outside for a ball.
Only a guy like Matt Dietering could go 3 for 4 and be frustrated with it.
Yeah. When he does make contact with the ball, he likes to pull it. Only one of his hits this season came through the left side. The 2-1 pitch from Leverton. Round ball, foul towards the Jazz dugout. And there's 2 strikes on Matt Dietering. Luke Leverton trying to strand that runner at third. Sanjul over there at third for the Joes. Dietering at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Luke Leverton sets at the belt, fires home. That one off the mid of Skelly. Coming home is Sanjul. Play at the plate, not in time, and the Joes get their first run of the game.
And this could be big for momentum. The Joes finally played one. John Sanjul, who was in a big slump, is able to come through for them. And this lead's cut to 3.
And now the count's full to Matt Dietering. Ruled that as a pass ball as it popped out of the mid of Skelly, and it cost him. So run comes around to score. This is a ground ball right to the first baseman, Tyler Johnson. Dietering doesn't have to go far down the first base line, and that is the third and final out of the inning. The Joes able to get their first hit off the double from Sanjul. He tagged from second to third and then came home off the pass ball to give the Joes their first run of the game. They still trail, though, 4-1. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
Thing to remember. Whether you need one surface for multiple sports or a sports-specific field build, the Motts Group is here to help. Their experience ranges from professional sports clubs to educational institutions to community complexes, fueling teams with consistent, safe, and reliable fields. Contact them at 513-548-3622 to get your new turf field. Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is safe and ready for you. Have an injury of some sort? Stop by Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine located on 3035 Hamilton Mason Road. The physicians and specialists at the Tri-Health Orthopedic and Sports Institute provide a full range of orthopedic care to ensure you don't miss out on a single moment on or off the field.
Joe's fans, in need of insurance, United Heartland Insurance Agency has your back. A consolidation of a number of family-owned independent insurance agencies dating back to 1872, for years they have been protecting the assets of their clients by offering comprehensive and competitive business, personal, and life insurance products. Visit their Hamilton office at 185 North Brookwood Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-896-5555.
Back here in Richmond, Indiana at McBride Stadium. Joe's able to get their first run across to cut their deficit down to 3. The Jazz lead 4-1 in this one after scoring 1 in the first and then 3 in the second. All those runs were earned runs given up by Sebastian Gongora. Bryce Smith in for his second inning of work for the Joes. Fires one in there for a strike to start things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The 9-hitter Braden Owens doubled and scored 2 for the Jazz. It was his first hit for the Richmond Jazz this season. He poked one out over the head of John Sanjul in center field. And he's looking to maybe get things started here in the bottom of the 4th for the Jazz and try to make up for that run given up in the top half of the inning. 1-1. Did he go around? He did not. Counts now 2-1. We thought we were going to be really hot up here in the press box, but a good breeze coming in from left center field right straight at us has made this a very comfortable game. I'm sure it's a little humid out there out on the field. But you're not going to see many righties maybe hit a home run today with the wind direction. And Braden Owens will work a 5-pitch walk to get aboard to start the bottom of the 4th. And now the top of the order. Coming up to the bat, KJ Curry, who is 0 for 1 on the day, but walked back in the first inning, and he came to run to score. He was the lone run for the Jazz in the first. And Owens now will lead off first base after reaching on a walk. Curry squares the bunt. That one fouled into the grass on the left side. We've seen it a couple of times. The Jazz batters have tried to lay down a bunt, but yet to put one in the field of play. Counts now 0-1 to KJ Curry. Smith will throw over to first to check on the runner Owens. He's easily back in time. 5 hits for the Jazz today. They only had 2 hits the first time they played the Joes. Count now 0-2 to KJ Curry after he fouls that one off into the Joe's dugout. Now Bryce Smith looking to get his first strikeout of the day. Sets the belt. Now fires home. This one chopped up the middle. Cole Becker will step on the bag, throws the first. That's going to get by Dietering all the way over to the fence. But a good bounce. Dietering fires the second in time. And Curry is gunned down.
Not the ideal double play the Joes were looking for, but they still get it nonetheless.
Yeah, my goodness, it took quite the bounce. I think it bounced off the netting in front of the Jazz dugout, all the way right back to Dietering. You know what? I do not think that is Dietering over there at first. Dietering is not in the game for the Joes, and can't get the number on that one. I think it might be Tyler Heinerkis, who's over at first base now for the Joes. Dietering just ended that last inning at the plate, grounded out to the first baseman, Tyler Johnson, and he does not come out back to first base for the Joes in the field. So it was Heinerkis who was able to pick that one up and gun to second to double up KJ Curry. The 1-1 pitch to Smith from Smith is hit up the middle for a base hit. So Austin Slate gets his third hit of the day. 3 for 3 now. 3 singles to his credit. After starting today, he was 0 for 8. Now 3 for 11 on the season.
Yes, Slate did not play in the Joe's first game against the Jazz, but he's had quite a night thus far. He's going to try to start a 2-hour rally here for the Jazz.
Now the 3-hitter Ben Huber, the DH for the Jazz today, swings and misses on that first pitch delivery from the southpaw Bryce Smith. The Jazz not very aggressive on the base paths, only 5 stolen bases on the season. Check swing, but instead it was in the zone for a strike. Now the count's 0-2, and Smith a strike away from having another scoreless inning for the Joes pitching after the Jazz got runs in the first and second. This one is ripped into right field, and making the catch is Valderrama at the fence to end the inning. So a loud out to end the bottom of the 4th. The Joes do not give up any runs. They give up 1 hit. They leave 1 on base. 4-1 the score. We go to the bottom of the top of the 5th inning. Jazz 4, Joes 1 here on YouTube.
The Greater Miami Valley YMCA. When communities get better, the world gets better. Discover how we positively impact the nation and how you can help us, one neighborhood at a time. The Greater Miami Valley Y, your local stop for building a healthy spirit for mind and body for all.
The Casual Pint is a community and neighborhood craft beer spot located in Hamilton that provides a vast selection of the best craft beers the region has to offer. They also offer a great selection of food options from appetizers to entrees, so if you just need a snack while you socialize or want to enjoy lunch or dinner, they have something that will hit the spot. Go online and order at hamilton.thecasualpint.com or go to their location located on 130 Riverfront Plaza. That is 130 Riverfront Plaza in Hamilton, Ohio. Proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
ADG Services is Hamilton and Fairfield's most trusted painting contractors, offering deck staining, sealing, and waterproofing, as well as drywall texturing and exterior and interior painting, as well as many other services. ADG Services is your way to go for all your painting needs.
Visit them at 456 Sims Road in Fairfield or give them a call at 513-295-2767. ADG Services, a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Back here at McBride Stadium, Joes trail 4-1. Cole Becker will lead things off for the Hamilton Joes. This one high and in for a ball. Ground ball towards the shortstop. Owens fires the first in time. For the first out of the inning, tough play going to his right, going across his body for the first out of the inning. Able to get the speedy Cole Becker in time. Leverton in for his 5th inning of work. And now Victor Valderrama will dig in on the right side of the batter's box. Struck out, swinging in his first at bat. This one inside to start things off for a ball. Leverton has only given up 1 hit. That hit was by John Sanjul to double off the fence in right center field, and Sanjul scored on the pass ball in the last inning. The score now sits at 4-1. Jazz looking to get back to an even 500 record at 3-3 with the win. Joe's trying to keep their 4-game win streak alive. 2-0 pitch to Valderrama. Swing and a miss. First strike number 1. Valderrama out of Rutgers, but in the transfer portal, as we mentioned earlier. Actually, he went down to Florida for a showcase, but got canceled because USF made the tournament, and he gets this Joe's second hit of the game as he gets one through the left side, and he'll take a long turn around first, but will hold to a single with 1 out here in the 5th inning.
And now the substitution that was made in the last inning, we're going to see Tyler Heinrichs, who was over at first at the plate. Now he was playing third.
Do we know yet who the new Joe's batter is in place of Dietering, or did Dietering move to third? But I don't think he is listed as a third baseman. We'll figure things out for you in the next half inning. First pitch to Heinrichs is a curveball that curls in for a strike. See if Victor Valderrama will be on the move and try to get a Joe's runner in scoring position. Joe's very aggressive on the base paths, 15 stolen bases. Leverton will check over there on Valderrama. Valderrama able to slide in head first in time. 15 for 20 for the Joes this summer when trying to swipe a bag. They got gunned down twice in yesterday's game against the Steam. Heinrichs ahead of that one. Swings and misses, and now he's down in the count 0-2. Heinrichs popped up to third base in foul territory in his last at-bat. Now the 0-2 pitch from Leverton dives low and outside for a ball. No more clouds overhead McBride Stadium. It's clear skies here on this Friday evening. The 1-2 skips in the dirt. Valderrama on the move. Throw over. Not in time. So Valderrama able to get a good read and a quick jump after that ball was in the dirt. Skelly kept it in front of him, but was unable to gun down Valderrama. And now Valderrama is in scoring position at second base. And the count's 2-2 to Tyler Heinrichs. Heinrichs 1 for 13 for the Joes this summer. Here's the 2-2 from Leverton. That one another curveball, but goes below the knees for a ball, and the count is now full. So Heinrichs, after being down in the count 0-2, has worked it full. Valderrama stands at second. They payoff pitch from Leverton. Broken bat. Saws him off. And that lands in the glove of Bradley Fleener as Tyler Heinerkis was really jammed in on the hands on that one as he walks back to the dugout with just the handle of the bat. The barrel landed short of the shortstop, Braden Owens, and there's 2 outs. What is that, like the 4th or 5th broken bat we've seen from Joe's batters this season? That one was probably the worst we've seen. It really sawed off the Tyler Heinerkis.
Yeah, normally you just kind of see the bat, splinter and it gets dropped on the ground, but that one, the top piece flew out into the dirt in between second and third.
2 outs now, and Ballauer steps up to the plate. And he had to get out of the way of that one that was coming in on him. Joe's trying to maybe just manufacture another run and just slowly get back into this one as they trail by 3 runs. Ballauer looks at his strike on the outside half of the plate. Counts now 1-1. Dylan Ballauer, 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out sharply to Braden Owens over there at short. Here's the pitch from Leverton off the end of the bat. That one spins foul. Count now 1-2. So Leverton trying to strain that runner over there at second. That is Valderrama, who reached on a single that got through the left side and then stole second. The 1-2 pitch jammed, but fouled straight back. Ballauer able to get a piece of that one to stay alive and keep the top of the 5th alive for the Joe's bats. Joe's had their largest deficit this season at 4, but were able to get a run in the last inning. Cut their deficit down to 3. Here's the 1-2. Ballauer called time, or did he? I don't think he did. I think that pitch counted, but it was a ball. And it counts 2-2. I don't know if Ballauer may have had some dust in his eyes, but
That ball might have hit him, too, if he kept standing in.
all right. Here we go. 2-2 the count with 2 outs. Valderrama in scoring position at second. The pitch from Leverton. Steve Reich 3 looking on the outside corner, and that will end the inning. Joe's leave a runner on in scoring position. Ballauer strikes out to end the inning. Jazz lead 4-1. We move to the bottom of the 5th inning here in Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes. Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all the flavors of Bridgewater Falls. Bridgewater Falls is located just off the Butler County Veterans Highway, Ohio 129, at the corner of Princeton Road and Bypass 4. Come experience a great shopping, dining, and services in the heart of Fairfield Township, Ohio. At Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home, we don't just care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
New pitcher for the Joes, it's going to be
Noah Reisenfeld.
Yeah, Noah Reisenfeld, 4-seam, 2-seam sinker curveball. So Bryce Smith goes 2 innings, gave up no runs, 1 hit allowed, no strikeouts, and 1 walk. So a good day for Bryce Smith. Now here's the first pitch from Reisenfeld. That one just misses below the knees for a ball. Tyler Johnson, 0 for 2 on the day, but reached on an error. E6 by Luke Arnold. And then now he fouls one off out of play into the street outside McBride Stadium. And the count's now 1-1. Tyler Johnson, 2 hits on the Jazz season. 1-1 pitch. Misses. It was a curveball. Ballauer tried to frame it. Now the count's now 2-1. Jazz lead 4-1 in today's game. Second time these two teams have met. Pitch from Reisenfeld, misses again. Below the knees. It's a good spot. But home plate umpire Austin McCurdy with a tight strike zone as of right now. Count's now 3-1. Reisenfeld out of the windup. That one inside for a ball. So Reisenfeld's been all around the strike zone, but just off the plate. It's a 5-pitch walk to start his outing to Tyler Johnson. Now Austin Deering will bat for the Jazz.
In Reisenfeld's last outing, he pitched 2 innings, struck out 1 and walked 3, did not allow an earned run.
Quick move over there to first, but Johnson back in time. Wait, Reisenfeld pitched against the Jazz, or not. Was it the Jazz? No, it was the first game of the season against the Steam. So it's been a while since he's pitched. What, it's been a week already?
Yeah, it's been a week into this GLSCL season.
Joe's currently 4-1 on the year, tied with the Bison, who are not playing. They were supposed to play the Steam today, but their game got canceled. I don't think rain was the cause of that cancellation. Don't know why. So if the Joes are able to maybe make a comeback today, they would be alone atop the South Division as Reisenfeld fires one inside for a ball, and now the count's 2-0. So Reisenfeld, bumpy start to his outing. See if he can get me over strike here. The pitch in there at the knees for a strike. Reisenfeld played his ball at Chattanooga State.
He's bounced around a lot. Played high school at CCD in Cincinnati, then IMG Academy, and then at Chattanooga State.
Talking to him early on in the season, says he's not going to be back at Chattanooga State. So still trying to figure out where he'll play ball next year. Counts now 3-1 to Austin Deering. Tyler Johnson stands at first. He reached on a walk. Here's the 3-1. And that one at the feet of Deering. And now back-to-back walks to start the inning with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And now Keegan Burney is going to come out of the dugout to talk to Reisenfeld.
There's no one throwing in the Joe's pen right now, however. Evan Ulrich, the bullpen catcher for today, is running over there right now, so we might see some movement.
Yeah, Reisenfeld, the first batter he faced in the inning didn't look that bad. It was a 5-pitch walk, but a lot of his balls thrown were just off the plate. But then that last one, Austin Deering was a little bit all over the place. So Gerald Buchanan, the right-handed hitter, will bat for the Jazz with runners on first and second, no one out. He swings at the first pitch, popped up on the right side of the infield. Becker calls off Heinrichs and will make the grab for the first out. So after the mound visit, one pitch to get the first out. Buchanan goes down on the pop-up to second, and Bradley Fleener, 0 for 1. Step in, the left-handed hitter with a green wooden bat. First we've seen of that color in GOSCL season. First pitch, ground ball. Heinrichs fires the second in time, but they can't get the double play. And now runners will be on the corners with 2 outs. Austin Deering really wasn't running too hard towards second base. Don't know if he would have maybe beaten it out if he was sprinting. But there's 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Joe's trying to keep their deficit to 3. Now it's going to be up to the bat of Chandler Skelly. Skelly 0 for 2 on the day, but reached on a fielder's choice in his last at-bat. Reisenfeld sets and fires home. It's a breaking ball in there for a strike to start the at-bat to Chandler Skelly. Skelly 0 for 11 rather, on the Jazz season, looking for his first hit, and he's able to get a hit right here at this at-bat. You'd give the Jazz a 5-1 lead as it currently stands 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Reisenfeld 0-1 pitch, and was time called before that. Was it granted?
Yes, it was.
It was. So that pitch didn't count. Count is still 0-1. Slight breeze blowing in from left center field into the field of play. 1-1 pitch. 0-1 pitch, now makes it 1-1. Misses. Chandler Skelly, who stands at the plate. 4-1 the score, Jazz on top. Trying to get to an even 500 record with a win today, and excuse me, swing, he went around. And Reisenfeld has 2 strikes on Skelly. He's a strike away from leaving runners on the corners and bringing the Joe's bats back up to the plate. Sets, fires, swing and a miss. Chandler Skelly goes down on strikes, and that will end the inning. 9-1-2 batters due up for the Joes. Dalton Miller will lead things off and try to get a rally going to get the Joes back in this ball game. Jazz 4, Joes 1. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
Carefree Heating and Cooling is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for a quick AC repair in Hamilton, Ohio, turn to the professionals at Carefree Heating and Cooling. With a name for completing the work correctly the first time, you can rely on our quality service to get your AC system working like it should. When you need air conditioning fast, call us at 513-268-5164, or you can also contact us online at carefreeheatingandcoolingco.com.
Joe's fans, Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at cboxsports.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joes game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank. When it comes to managing your money, they make it easy, fast, and secure.
Come curious and leave inspired. The Fitton Center for Creative Arts isn't just a building, it's an experience. We are a nonprofit community arts organization that has been a part of the Hamilton community for over 20 years. Visit us soon to see what we have to offer. Learn something new in one of our art classes or workshops that are open to students of all ages.
"4-1 the score, the Jazz on top in this one. At a 4-0 lead after 2 innings of play, the Joes able to get one back in the 4th inning. And now Dalton Miller, the 9-hitter, will try to maybe start a rally for the Joes here in the 6th. Joes bats usually come alive later in the games. The pitch is fouled off.
We saw some Cupid shuffling from some Jazz players and a coach in that break between the 2 half innings. Good to see the players and coaches having fun, as well as a lot of the fans here in attendance on this Friday evening.
Leverton out for his 6th inning of work. Miller too far ahead in that one. Lines foul towards the Joes bullpen. Zach Breeden is warming up for the Joes over there with Evan Ulrich. 0-2 to Dalton Miller. Leverton fires home, and that's a strike 3 looking. Dalton Miller's now struck out twice, both of them looking in today's game. And the Joes top of the order now up, Garrett Staten. Only 2 hits from Joe's batters today, one from Victor Valderrama and one by John Sanjul. First pitch to Staten misses low. Sanjul hit one hard to deep right center field off the wall. Came around to score off the pass ball. And there's the 3rd hit of the game as Staten lines one into right field for a base hit. So a 1-out single here in the 6th to start things for the Joes. And John Sanjul, who we just mentioned, now up. Sanjul doubled in his last at-bat.
He almost hit it out.
Right center field,
Yeah.
and if he can maybe add a little more oomph into a ball he can square up on the barrel, maybe he can put one over the fence this time. Here's the pitch from Leverton, high and outside for a ball.
Leverton's yet to give up a walk in this game. He's given up 2 or 3 hits, I guess, now, but he's really had a really, really solid performance on the mound, starting here for the Jazz.
The stretch fires home, and that one's a ball in the dirt. Counts now 2-0 to John Sanjul. See how patient Sanjul will be at this at-bat. Wonder if Leverton might be getting a little tired out there in the bump. Doesn't appear so as he fires one in there for a strike to make the count 2-1. 2-1 the count with 1 out here in the 6th. Staten leads off at first, and Leverton will go check on him. Joe's very aggressive on the base paths this season. Have 1 stolen base thus far today. Fouled off and back towards the fence behind home plate. And the count's now 2-2 to John Sanjul. Sanjul out of Columbia. Was able to get his first hit and his last at-bat for the Joes this summer. See if he can stay alive with 2 strikes and 2 balls as well, and Leverton will go check. Back on Staten over there at first. Staten getting a little dirty. Now dirt all over his black jersey over there at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Leverton. Poked into left field, base hit. Back-to-back hits for the Joes with 1 out. They have 2 runners on. And now Luke Arnold will have a chance to maybe tie this one up with 1 swing of the bat. He was probably the closest Joe to hit 1 out this season. Hit one deep off the left field wall down in Florence at Y'all's Ballpark against the Steam. Missed it by just maybe a foot or two. Like we mentioned, though, the wind blowing in from left center field, so it's going to be hard for a righty to put one over the fence. 323 down the left field line, and then left center's 375, so it's going to have to be a hefty cut to put one over. First pitch to Arnold is a strike called. Looking.
Maybe it's just our perspective, but it does look like there's a big hole to the far side of left field. So if Arnold was really able to pull one up that left side, that would definitely be an extra base hit.
The 0-1 is the ball. Luke Arnold has flown out to right field and left field in each of his two at-bats. 4-1 the score, but the Joes have two on the base paths with one out, and that one is high for ball two. Doesn't appear like anybody's warming up in the Jazz pen. So let's see how long they'll stretch Leverton, as he's in a little sticky situation here in the sixth. The 2-1 pitch. Skied into center field. Austin Slate underneath it. He'll make the catch. And holding at second is Staten. So both runners will stay put. Arnold can't hit that one deep enough to advance. Staten over there at second. And now with two outs, it's going to be up to the bat of Braden Broom, I believe?
Mitch Donofrio.
It's Mitch Donofrio, okay. Donofrio came in for Matt Dietering then, after Dietering grounded out to first, his last at bat, and didn't come back out into the field. So Donofrio is the man who took his place, and he's in a big spot here with two outs. The pitch off the end of the bat. Donofrio ahead of that one.
Yeah, Donofrio normally a third baseman, so that's where they moved him when they put him into the game. And then initially playing third was Tyler Heinrichs. They moved him across the infield over to first. So that's how the Joes are lining up right now. He faces an 0-1 count at plate.
Donofrio went 0 for 3 in the game against the Steam yesterday. That one misses above the belt for a ball. 1-1 the count now. Two outs here in the top of the sixth, first and second for the Joes. The pitch to Donofrio is by Skelly, and both runners will advance 90 feet. And they'll be on second and third. So a base hit here from Donofrio will score one for sure, but potentially score two to make this a one-run game. Count is 2-1, so hitters count for Matt Dietering.
Cole Becker is on deck for the Joes. He's 0 for 2 today. He was 0 for 3 yesterday.
A big spot here for Mitch Donofrio, and that one sails high for another ball. Count is 3-1. Joes have 4 hits on the day in comparison to the Jazz 6. And it's a 4-1 game. Jazz on top, but big opportunity to close in on that deficit here for the Joes. The 3-1 is a breaking ball in there for a strike. So now the count's full, and probably the biggest pitch of Luke Leverton's day coming up. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners on second and third for the Joes here in the sixth. The payoff pitch. Lined into deep left field. This one's gonna be a long run for the left fielder, but it's gonna get out of play. Austin Deering was playing more towards left center field. That actually stayed in play, but it was gonna be a long run to make that grab, and you'll have to trot back to where he was originally at, and we'll do this 3-2 pitch all over again. Donofrio has 3 hits on the season for the Joes, and it would be a big one here. 3-2 the count. 2 outs, runners on second and third for the Hamilton Joes. Leverton's payoff pitch, swing and a miss. He gets Donofrio on strikes, and the Joes strand runners on second and third. So the Jazz escaped the jam. They still lead 4-1. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
Be enthralled by extraordinary musicians, actors, and dancers at one of our live performances. Stroll through our remarkable art galleries or reserve one of our diverse venues for your special event. Become a part of the Fitton Center and redefine the way you experience the arts.
Back here at McBride Stadium, a big opportunity for the Joes to get their deficit closer to the Jazz, who currently lead 4-1. They strand runners on second and third. Braden Owens will lead things off. New pitcher for the Joes. It's going to be Zach Breeden. So Noah Reisenfeld goes 1 inning, gave up no runs, no hits, struck out 1 and walked 2.
Zach Breeden struggled in his first outing. He came out and the Joes had to see Chase Hopewell fly in and save the day, but now he's got a chance to start fresh.
Yeah, Breeden faced 4 batters, struck out the first one, and then walked 3 straight. So he pitched only a third of an inning. But 1-1 the count now to Braden Owens, who is 1 for 1 on the day. He's reached base twice after walking in the 4th inning in his last at-bat. Breeden, a good start for him on the mound. He's ahead in the count 1-2. The wind, the pitch, ground ball. Shallow shortstop, Luke Arnold. Tough play, throw to first, and it's going to be an E6 again. So Braden Owens reaches for the 3rd time, this time via the air from the shortstop Arnold. That's Arnold's 2nd error of the day. 3rd for the Hamilton Joes in today's game. Actually 4.
Yeah, it's been a really, really tough day for that infield. As you mentioned, not a whole lot of chemistry between those guys. The Joes lineup was shuffled a bit coming into today, but they've really struggled to retire some runners on some plays that they probably should have made, and this one's hit well out to right field.
But right at Valderrama, he'll make the grab for the first out of the inning. Didn't have to go too far for that one. And Curry is retired.
I will tell you, this perspective that I'm sitting at where you can only really see the batter until you start to lean over makes you think every hit to the outfield is 100 feet beyond the fence, and then you get a reality check when you realize it's just in the shallow outfield.
Austin Slate is having himself a day. 3 for 3, 3 singles for the Jazz center fielder. The pitch from Breeden in the dirt, but scooping it off the dirt is Ballauer, who's making his 2nd start behind the dish for the Joes. Owens at first base for the Jazz after reaching on the air. Breeden, the southpaw, fires home. It's a curveball that gets the piece of the zone for strike number 1. Breeden gonna go over to first. Not his best move, and Owens is in there plenty of time, as he doesn't even need to slide. Breeden looks over at first, slings it home. That one just misses for a ball. It's tough to see where the ball is because the home plate is not very white, and we are not directly behind home plate like we usually are at home games. This one through the right side, base hit. Around second, heading to third is Owens. Throw is not in time. He's out. Whoa! Wow! That one was a very interesting call, and the fans do not like it here at McBride Stadium.
That one landed in front of the Joe's third baseman, and that's not Tyler Heinrichs anymore. Mitch Donofrio is the guy, and it rolled about 10 feet before he was able to scoop it up, and that kind of seemed like, it was going to be a pretty cut and dry play. The throw wasn't going to be in time, but the Joes get lucky with a call there.
Once he got the ball, he applied the tag very quickly, and man, that one gets by Ballauer. Will advance, or what's going on here?
I think maybe
Ballauer didn't know there was a runner on, and now advancing all the way to third is Austin Slate.
Oh my goodness!
And Ballauer's now talking to the home plate umpire. Because I don't know if the umpire said it was a foul ball or something.
I don't know if maybe
Ballauer
he
acted like it was a foul ball.
Yeah, if he lost it in the fence or what. As we were talking about it in batting practice with some of the players, the backstop here is really far back, and I kind of jokingly thought maybe a player could advance 2 bases on a pass ball, but didn't think it would actually happen today.
It clearly wasn't a foul ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Ballauer was thinking behind the plate. Because he started to run at the ball, and it seemed like he had it tracked pretty well. It was on the track behind the plate, which is gray. I don't know if he lost it or what, because he took a couple steps toward it and then kind of turned to the umpire and
the umpire
told him to stop.
Slate back to second, and it is a live ball. It's an umpire error, you could say, because. And I don't know what they would be saying to the third base coach for the Jazz, because it was a live ball. And Ballauer.
Yeah.
Time was called, or something
Ballauer tried to call it. Ballauer was signaling at the umpire that he was trying to call time, but as you mentioned, the ball was kind of still in play.
Yeah.
It was behind home plate, so
we've seen
they send him back.
Call from home plate umpire Austin McCurdy, who was over there making that call at third base when it appeared like Owens was in there in time. And then just right there, Ballauer, that one went by Ballauer, and he was kind of nonchalant going back to get that baseball, because from what we can tell, what we think is McCurdy might have said a foul ball or something when it clearly wasn't. So Slate advances only 90 feet to second base off that pass ball instead of 180.
The Joes are the recipients of 2 fortuitous calls, and now if they get a chance to take advantage, that would really be something in the top of the next inning.
Ben Huber up to the plate for the Jazz, hit one hard to right field all the way to the warning track, but Valderrama was able to haul it in to end things in the fourth. A runner in scoring position for Ben Huber, who's 1 for 3 on the day. The pitch from Breeden. Ground ball to Arnold. Arnold fields and fires. That's offline, but Heinrich is able to apply the tag for the third and final out of the inning. So it was a little scrambling, a wild inning, you could say, for the Jazz. They can't score any. Ballauer's actually talking to home plate umpire to figure out things, and we'll head to the 7th inning. Jazz 4, Joes 1. here at McBride Stadium in Richmond, Indiana. You're listening to Hamilton Joe's Baseball on YouTube.
In Hamilton.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County with community-focused health care. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge technology, they feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a Level 3 trauma center, heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs.
4-Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all things heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. With over 100 combined years of industry-specific experience, they're equipped with the design and job site knowledge to complete every project from concept to routine maintenance. Call them at 513-737-1008. If you're looking for an industry leader in all things related to windows and doors, look no further than L.E. Schofield Window and Door Co. With over 7 decades of experience in providing window and door repair and replacement services, as well as glass, screens, and other products, you can count on them to get the job done right the first time around. Call them today at 513-863-8932.
Back here at McBride Stadium, Jazz lead 4-1. They're trying to get a win over the Joes for the first time this season. With the win, they would be 3-3, so they'd be even 500 record, and the Joes can't come back in this one. It would be the end of their 4-game win streak after losing Game 1 against the Steam. Cole Becker will lead things off for the Joes, the 5-hitter in today's lineup. That one in there for a strike. Leverton back on the mound for his 7th inning of work. He's given up 4 hits and 1 run on the day. This one's fouled off over our heads.
Would have landed right on top of us if there was no roof.
Very old stadium here at McBride Stadium. 1936, I believe, this place was built.
Former home of the Richmond Roosters. Second Frontier League ballpark we've been to this year. The other one being Y'all's Ballpark in Kentucky.
Fans really wanted that strike 3 call, but that one just a tad inside. So Becker, who's looking for his first hit for the Joes this season. He almost went around there, but holds. That ball was low and outside. The count's now even at 2-2. Becker started 45 games for Morehead State. Batted .211. Now the 2-2 pitch from Leverton. It's fouled off, out of play again in the concourse area. There's 2 fences out in left field. It's kind of hard to tell on your guys' screen. But there is a fence behind the initial fence, and that was what the dimensions used to be. Down left field, it used to be 355, left center 411, and dead center 483. Now the 2-2 popped up towards the Jazz dugout. Will it stay in play? No, it's going to land right atop the roof of the Jazz dugout.
Chandler Skelly gave everything he had to try and go get that one. Unfortunately for him, he's going to have to walk back with nothing, but
count remains 2-2 to Cole Becker, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Ground out to third and short in his 2 at-bats tonight. Shadows trying to creep onto the field. And strike 3 looking. Cole Becker with the backwards K will go back to the dugout, and there's 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Joe's had a big opportunity in the last half inning to cut into their deficit. They had runners on second and third, but Donofrio struck out swinging. And will this be the end of Luke Leverton's day? It will be. But what a fantastic job for Luke Leverton, who just finished his senior year of high school, will be playing for the Red Hawks at Miami University of Ohio. He'll get a good round of applause from the Richmond Jazz fans. And we'll have a new pitcher for the Jazz. When we come back, we'll take a short break. You're listening to Hamilton Joe's Baseball on YouTube.
Woman owned and family operated, M&G Body Shop has a honest and dependable staff that has over 30 years of experience bringing cars back to life. M&G Body Shop can get your car back safely on the road, providing a wide variety of services including bodywork, frame adjustment, painting, total loss evaluation, window and glass repair, collision repair, alignment, insurance claim reports, and paintless dent repair, and more. Visit M&G Body Shop at 12018 Hamilton Avenue in Cincinnati or call them up at 513-851-9056.
Hungry Joe's fans? Visit your neighborhood McDonald's. With 6 locations in Hamilton, there's always one close by. Whether you're in the mood for some nuggets, a Coke, or a classic Big Mac, McDonald's is the spot to satisfy your cravings. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Are your clothes still dirty after going through the wash? Is your fridge failing to keep things cold? Pate Appliance Service offers superior home appliance repair in Hamilton, Ohio, so you can get on with your day-to-day activities. They are a family-owned company offering fast and reliable appliance repairs. Their skilled service technicians work on a wide variety of brands and home appliances, providing quality repairs on everything from dishwashers to microwaves. Go to their location at 780 South Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard or contact them at 513-285-3519.
Pfefferly Tire and Auto is your car's home for all of its needs. Whether you just need a quick oil change, a repair, or you're in the market for new tires, Pfefferly will get it done with professionalism and honesty. And with convenient locations in both Fairfield and Hamilton, there's always a place nearby.
Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton, Ohio, we take care to make sure our club is clean and welcoming, our staff is friendly, and our certified trainers are ready to help. Whether you're a first-time gym user or a fitness veteran, you'll always have a home in our judgment-free zone.
Back here at McBride Stadium, new pitcher for the Jazz. It's going to be Tanner Chafin. Luke Leverton goes 6 1/3, gave up 1 run, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, and very impressive 0 walks given up by Luke Leverton. Sidearm pitcher Tanner Chafin come in relief. And first pitch is inside to Victor Valderrama. Valderrama 1 for 2 on the day. Fouls went off out of the park, probably towards the parking lot here at McBride Stadium. Your view is our view for tonight's game. Can't really see far down the right field line. We have to stand up and duck our heads out of the press box. The 1-1 skied into left center field. And this was actually pretty shallow. Making the grab is Austin Slate. And there's 2 down. Now Tyler Heinrichs will try to get things going for the Joes here in the 7th. And try to start a 2-out rally. Heinrichs 0 for 2 on the day. Shattered his bat. And I don't know if you can call it a pop-out, line-out to third. But his barrel went almost as far as the ball did. Pitch from Chafin. In there for a strike. 4-1 the score. Jazz on top. They haven't scored since the 2nd inning. But Luke Leverton, who just came out, exited the game, had a phenomenal outing. His 2nd straight game that he's pitched that has resulted in giving up 1 or less runs. The 1-1 from Chafin. I think his bat might have shattered again, but this time it's going to result in a hit into shallow center field. So Heinrichs is aboard with a 2-out single.
So Heinrichs gets his first hit of the day and trying to start a rally here for the Joes. He blows through his Summers bat allotment at 2, and that's all the Joes players get, so he's going to need to go looking for another one, but I think he's still going to be happy that he's aboard with a base hit for that one.
And let's see if the bottom of the order can start a rally here with 2 outs for the Joes. Dylan Ballauer will step in, 0 for 2 on the day, struck out looking. And his last at-bat in the 5th inning. Chafin, sidearm thrower for the Jazz, fires home. This one line down the right field line, foul. Dylan Ballauer in his first start against the Scouts on Sunday hit a lot of hard hit balls. But only had one hit to show for it, but that one hit started a rally in the 6th inning, which scored 3 for the Joes and ultimately would give the Joes a 4-3 victory over the Scouts down in Xenia. 0-1 pitch. Line down the right side, even further down the right side this time over the Jazz dugout and foul. Umpire needs more baseballs after a couple foul balls. One of the coaches from the Jazz will go deliver some. No balls, 2 strikes to Dylan Ballauer. Ballauer trying to extend this inning. He's going to have to battle with 2 strikes on him. Chafin hangs his right arm. Now comes set. And he'll fire to first. Heinrichs not known to be too active on the base paths for the Joes this season. And now here comes the 0-2 from Chafin. Swing and a miss. Ballauer strikes out. And that will end the top of the 7th. We move to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch here in Richmond. Jazz lead 4-1 over the Joes. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
Queen City Hospice is your local, independently owned and operated center that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. We understand that our staff is the most important aspect of our organization, and that is why we hire only the most qualified and compassionate individuals in the industry. This is why our care is second to none.
Get ready, Joes fans. Raising Cane's is coming to Hamilton. Opening June 29th at 1479 Main Street, you can enjoy the world-famous flavor of Raising Cane's chicken fingers. Can't wait? Head down to Fairfield, where there's a Cane's located at 5120 Dixie Highway that can satisfy all your cravings right now. Raising Cane's is a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Hungry Joes fans, stop by Richard's Pizza before, during, or after the Hamilton Joes game. Order a pizza that was voted #1 best pizza in Butler County, or order one of their famous Italian steak sandwiches at Richard's Pizza, located on 417 Main Street. You can order online or stop by Richard's Pizza for your next delicious meal.
Back here in Richmond, Indiana, Joes trail 4-1 in this one. New pitcher for the Hamilton Joes is going to be Alex Kerr. So Zach Breeden goes 1 inning, gave up no runs, 1 hit, no strikeouts, no walks. Kerr now the 5th pitcher in today's game. We only saw 2 pitchers from the Joes yesterday after Sam Klein threw a 8-inning gem, and Kyle Durham slammed the door shut on the steam, striking out the side in the 9th inning. A little bit different story for the Joes today. Alex Kerr has appeared in 2 games. This is his 3rd appearance today. He's pitched 2 innings. He's given up 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 of those earned, 2 walks, and only 1 strikeout. The lefty fires it in there for a swinging and a miss by Tyler Johnson. Johnson 0 for 2 on the day, but walked in his last at-bat. That one is a ball. It's counting now 1-1. Alex Kerr playing his ball out of Frontier Community College from Liberty Township, Ohio. The southpaw fires one in there. Misses inside for the second ball of the at-bat. There's a 4-seam change-up slider. Is that a rough? He had the rough outing against the Steam and down in Florence, but Maybe he's trying to settle in as this one's ripped down the right field line. It'll bounce in for a base hit. Valderrama will get it in quickly and hold Tyler Johnson to a single. A leadoff single to start things here in the bottom of the 7th for the Jazz. And Austin Deering will come up to the plate for Richmond. Deering 0 for 2 on the day, but also walked in his last at-bat. He's a little late on that one. Swings and misses for a strike. The 0-1 pitch from Kerr. In there for another one. Strike 2. Count now 0-2. Kerr comes set. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Popped out of the mid ball hour, but he's able to go get it in time. Didn't go too far from him. And the runner holds at first, and it's a strikeout from Austin Deering. And Gerald Buchanan will step in for the Jazz. Buchanan 1 for 3 on the day. Single back in the 2nd inning. Came around and scored in that 3-run second. On the move, and this one is lifted into left center field. Shallow left center field, and on the run and making the grab is Dalton Miller for the second out of the inning.
It was good hustle by Miller coming all the way out to basically center field to make the grab. Now there's 2 away here, and after giving up a leadoff hit, Alex Kerr is looking to get out of this inning.
Tyler Johnson was on the move, but had a retreat back to first. So the hit and run was on, but didn't work out. Dalton Miller, though, worth mentioning, that he tore his ACL last month. But he's still out there playing ball, and he was able to run in and make that grab into shallow left center field. Bradley Fleener in his green bat will step in. 1-0 count. See if Tyler Johnson will be on the move. Here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch from Kerr is upstairs for a ball. Back-to-back balls thrown from Alex Kerr. Shadows are pretty much all over the infield. Still a bit of sunshine streaming out into the outfield. Today's game started at 6:15. We're about a little over 2 hours in. Yesterday's game went like 2 hours, 10 minutes. It was a quick one. And the 1-0 victory, as this one is a foul ball that pops out of the mitt of ball hour. The first strike of the at-bat to Fleener. Count now 2-1 to Bradley Fleener. He's 0 for 2 on the day, but walked and came around and scored in the 2nd inning. That one a little high, but Ballauer able to frame it into the strike zone for the 2nd strike. The count now 2-2 with 2 outs.
That was kind of funny. You could see Ballauer visibly pull that one down about 6 inches or so, and he's able to get the benefit of the call. Good frame by him.
2-2, swing, or no, not even a swing, it's a called strike 3. So Alex Kerr faces 4 batters, and the Jazz are scoreless once again, but they still lead 4-1 over the Joes. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
The Robinson Fence Company of Hamilton has been serving the community for over 27 years. Receiving an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they have been Hamilton's top choice for gating and fencing needs. Give them a visit at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-867-0080. At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposefully so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
Story Point Fairfield isn't just a place to reside. It's a place for residents to truly shine every day, offering a diverse range of senior living services. Our community is designed to suit all resident lifestyles, from highly independent seniors to those who may require day-to-day assistance. Every resident becomes a member of our community. We strive to make sure each moment of each day is something to remember. Whether you need one surface for multiple sports or a sports-specific field build, the Motts Group is here to help. Their experience ranges from professional sports clubs to educational institutions to community complexes, fueling teams with consistent, safe, and reliable fields. Contact them at 513-548-3622 to get your new turf field.
Back here at McBride Stadium, Joes trail 4-1. The Jazz haven't scored since the second inning. But the Joes have only had 5 hits on the day and only 1 run that came in the fourth. Dalton Miller will lead things off. He's the 9-hitter for the Joes, so 9-1-2 due up for Hamilton. They're down to their final 6 strikes out. Final 6 strikes in this one. Or out. Not strikes. That'd be something. Last 6 outs for the Joes in the top of the 8th.
See if Miller can learn from his mistake. He had a frustrating at-bat last time. Looked at an almost perfect pitch to strike out. He's got some pop in his bat. He hit one out in BP at Foundation Field yesterday.
0 for 2 on the day today. Both of them strikeouts looking. And he gets a piece of that one. And that hits Skelly for strike 1. Miller has been able to get a piece of the ball in his first 2 at-bats, but he's been a little bit too far ahead of him as he's had a couple foul balls down towards the Joes bullpen. Now down the count 0-1. Here's the pitch from Tanner Chafin inside. Dalton Miller has to buckle his knees on that one to evade that pitch. Count even at 1 apiece. Lights are on here at McBride Stadium as the sun is starting to set here in Richmond. This one is a soft liner right to the second baseman, KJ Curry, for the first out. Top of the order now for the Joes. Garrett Staten will step in, 1 for 3 on the day. Joes now down their final 5 outs in this one. Joes currently on a 4-game winning streak, but they're unable to come back. That will come to an end tonight in Richmond. Ground ball to the third baseman. Charging in is Fleener. Throw over to first is in time. And there's 2 outs here in the 8th. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the 8th, and it's going to be up to John Sanjul to start a rally of some sort.
Sanjul's 2 for 3. The Joes offense has struggled overall, but he's been pretty good.
Sanjul squares the bunt, pulls back. Sanjul entered today's game 0 for 9, but 2 for 3 on the day today. So he's finally in the hit count for the Joes this season. Get some confidence into that bat for future games. The 1-0 pitch from Chafin. Sidearm delivery is a strike.
That was a good breaking ball up high in the zone.
Count now 1-1 to Sanjul, who's playing center field for the Joes today. Harry Jackson and Logan Castleman not in the lineup for the Joes, as they usually are in the top of the order. This one sliced foul down the left field line. Jackson sick, and Castleman who didn't play in yesterday's game because he got ejected in the game against the Marlins, but looked like he was going to be in the lineup today, but had some soreness in the shoulder. Talking to Tyler Thaman, like, probably can't go today. The 2-1 pitch from Chafin. Softly hit ground ball that squirts foul behind home plate for the second strike of the at-bat, and the count's 2-2. San Jewel out of Columbia did not have a season, as did all Ivy League schools this season. Chafin trying to retire the Joes. 1-2-3. The pitch from Chafin is fouled off into the street next to McBride Stadium. And San Jewel will stay alive. Richmond Jazz trying to improve to 3-3 on the year with a win and end the win streak, which sits at 4 for the Joes. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, right side. Easy play for Johnson. He'll step on the bag, and that will end the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Joes still trail 4-1 in this one. Not much going on in Richmond. You listen to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is safe and ready for you. Have an injury of some sort? Stop by Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, located on 3035 Hamilton Mason Road. The physicians and specialists at the Tri-Health Orthopedic and Sports Institute provide a full range of orthopedic care to ensure you don't miss out on a single moment on or off the field.
Joe's fans, in need of insurance, United Heartland Insurance Agency has your back. A consolidation of a number of family-owned independent insurance agencies dating back to 1872, for years they have been protecting the assets of their clients by offering comprehensive and competitive business, personal, and life insurance products. Visit their Hamilton office at 185 North Brookwood Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-896-5555.
The Greater Miami Valley YMCA. When communities get better, the world gets better. Discover how we positively impact the nation and how you can help us, one neighborhood at a time. The Greater Miami Valley Y, your local stop for building a healthy spirit for mind and body for all.
The Casual Pint is a community and neighborhood craft beer spot located in Hamilton that provides a vast selection of the best craft beers the region has to offer. They also offer a great selection of food options from appetizers to entrees, so if you just need a snack while you socialize or want to enjoy lunch or dinner, they have something that will hit the spot. Go online and order at hamilton.thecasualpint.com or go to their location located on 130 Riverfront Plaza. That is 130 Riverfront Plaza in Hamilton, Ohio. Proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Back here in Richmond, Indiana. 4-1 the score, the Jazz on top. New pitcher for the Joes is going to be Clay Brock out of Central Michigan University. Appeared in 7 games for the Chippewas, pitched 5 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts, and had a 1.59 ERA. Just arrived earlier this week, so this is his first time out for the Joes.
He came late from the Chips NCAA tournament appearance. They upset your Michigan Wolverines, Sam.
Yeah, they were out in the South Bend Regional as the first pitch from Chandler Skelly skied into center field, but not moving very far is San Jewel to make the first out of the inning. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Clay Brock on the bump.
Brock out of Liberty Township, Ohio, over in Westchester near Cincinnati, played high school for the powerhouse Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy.
And now the 9-hitter, Braden Owens, who's playing shortstop for the Jazz, will dig in. Doubled back in the second inning. It was a 2 RBI double. And that was the last time the Jazz actually scored a run. Their pitching has really done a great job. And coming into today, the pitching really struggled total on the season, they had a 6.87 ERA, which is 13th in the league out of 14 teams, and teams were batting .248 against them, which was also second to last in the league. I believe the count's 1-1 to Clay Brock. Or to Braden Owens. Clay Brock is pitching for the Joes. Brock winds up, delivers home. That one high. Count's actually 3-0. 3-0 the count to Braden Owens. He's reached base on all 3 at-bats. Double, a walk, and then reached on an error. The 3-0 pitch is a ball. So a 4-pitch walk for Braden Owens. He reaches base with 1 out. And now the top of the order. Turns around for the Jazz. It's KJ Curry. 0 for 3 on the day is Curry. Entering today, batting 154, so that's dipped a little bit as he enters this at-bat. Haven't had a run since the top of the 4th inning. Bunch of goose eggs on the scoreboard out in left center field. That one just misses for a ball. It was a hot start to this game for the Jazz, scoring 1 in the first, 3 in the second. Their scoreless since, and then the Joes were able to get 1. Sanjul scored on the pass ball in the 4th. That's where we sit right now, 4-1 here in Richmond. It's one of 2 South Division games played today. Steam and Bison were canceled, and the other one is the Scouts versus the Marlins. 2-0 pitch from Brock is in there for a strike. Scouts actually lead the Marlins 3-0. Trying to get their first win of the year. 2-1 pitch from Brock is swung on and missed by Curry. Count now 2-2. Runner on first is Braden Owens, who reached on a walk. KJ Curry up to the plate for the Jazz. Brock comes, sets, now delivers home. And Curry able to get a piece of that one. He's a bit outside, but able to get the bat on the ball there to stay alive. Turned out to be a beautiful Friday night after the day started out pretty humid. As the sun sets here in Richmond. Runner on the move, but this one's popped up, middle of the infield. Donofrio charging in, will make the catch, but Owens is able to retreat back to first in plenty of time. And there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th.
Now coming back to the Jazz, the center fielder, number 1, Austin Slate.
Slate, who's had himself quite the day. 4 for 4 with 4 singles. To his credit. Playing center field for the Jazz today. Now Clay Brock. First pitch to Slate. Is going to catch a piece of the plate for a strike. Slate, sophomore out of Georgia Highlands College. He only had 1 at-bat. It was a sac fly. Struggled early on in the season for the Jazz. Came in today's game 0 for 8, but 4 for 4 day as of right now for Austin Slate. So just like that, you're batting 0, triple zeros, and now you're batting .333. Throw over to first. Over the Heinrichs is not in time as Owens gets in there, sliding head first in time, back in time. No balls and a strike. To Slate. Ben Huber on deck for the Jazz. The pitch is a curveball that curls in on the inside corner for the second strike. Now the count's now 0-2 with 2 outs. Clay Brock. Eyes into Ballauer for the signal. Comes, sets, delivers home. It's a breaking ball that is in the dirt for a ball. Waste pitch there to try to get Slate to go fishing. Does not do so, and the count's 1-2. 4-1 the score here in Richmond. The Jazz lead, trying to get to an even 500 record, 3-3. On the move is Owens, but this is a ground ball foul down the third base line. And we'll reset here as Slate digs back into the batter's box. Clay Brock trying to get the third and final out of this 8th inning, but he'll check on the runner quickly over at first. As we mentioned earlier, Clay Brock pitching for the first time for the Joes this season after just arriving earlier this week. The 1-2. Strike 3. And that will end the 8th inning. Joes down to their final 3 outs here in Richmond. They trail 4-1. We'll be right back for the top of the 9th inning. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
ADG Services is Hamilton and Fairfield's most trusted painting contractors, offering deck staining, sealing, and waterproofing, as well as drywall texturing and exterior and interior painting, as well as many other services. ADG Services is your way to go for all your painting needs. Visit them at 456 Sims Road in Fairfield or give them a call at 513-295-2767. ADG Services, a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes. All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes. Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all the flavors of Bridgewater Falls. Bridgewater Falls is located just off the Butler County Veterans Highway, Ohio 129, at the corner of Princeton Road and Bypass 4. Come experience a great shopping, dining, and services in the heart of Fairfield Township, Ohio.
Joes down to their final 3 outs here in Richmond, Indiana. Luke Arnold will lead things off for the Hamilton Joes. 0 for 3 on the day. He's flew out to all the outfielders today, left, center, right. He had a hot start to the season, but has struggled a little bit over the past couple games. Did not play in yesterday's game, got the day off. New pitcher for the Jazz is Matthew Dickey. He fires one in there for a strike. Dickey out of Chattahoochee Valley Community College. Hails from Tallahassee, Florida. He had a 2.08 ERA for Chattahoochee. Count now 1-1 after that ball off the plate. 4-1 the score here in the top of the ninth. The pitch, swing and a miss. A really big cut there from Luke Arnold, but Dickey able to blow it right by him. And Arnold is down to his final strike of his at-bat. 1-2 the count. Matthew Dickey receives the signal from Skelly. Winds, fires, that's a breaking ball in the dirt for a ball. You're the Joes, you just want to chip away and just one batter at a time, one pitch at a time, reach base, and try to get a rally going. 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the top of the ninth. No one out. Here's the pitch from Dickey. That one is high, so the count is now full to Luke Arnold. It'd be big for the Joes to try to get the leadoff man on in any shape, way, or form. 3-2. It misses below the knees, and the leadoff man is on for the Hamilton Joes. That's Luke Arnold, who works the walk.
That's the first time all night that a leadoff batter for the Joes has reached base.
And the second walk of the day total from Jazz pitching.
Yeah, pretty timely for the Joes, though. This is where they need to get it done. Down to their last 3 outs.
Donofrio is up. First pitch from Dickey in there in the lower half. For a strike, Donofrio came up in a big spot in his last at-bat with runners on second and third, but struck out to end the 6th inning. The 0-1. Just off the plate. Little bits of moans and groans from the Jazz fans in attendance tonight here at McBride Stadium. A lot of moans and groans towards Austin McCurdy total tonight. He's made some questionable calls, but count now 1-1 from Dickey to Donofrio. This one popped up out of play over our heads and over the roof that is partially over most of the seats. Count now 1-2, so Donofrio is going to have to fight to stay alive. Luke Arnold leads off at first. He reached on a leadoff walk. The 1-2 pitch from Dickey. In there, strike 3 looking. Donofrio didn't realize that was strike 3 and now will slowly walk back to the dugout. It's the first out of the inning, and Donofrio strikes out in both his at-bats tonight after coming in from Matt Dietering in the 4 spot. Now Cole Becker, who's 0 for 6 total from yesterday's game into today's game, looking for his first hit as a Joe. That one dives low from Dickey. Becker rests his bat on his right shoulder and looks at another one that's outside off the plate for ball 2. Now the count 2-0 and Becker in a hitter's count. See if he'll be sitting fastball here or wait for a strike. We shall see. Becker 0 for 3, 2 ground outs to the left side, third base and shortstop, and then a strikeout in his last at-bat in the 7th. 2-0 pitch is in there on the lower half of the plate once again. Count is now 2-1. The ground ball will probably end it. Should be a double play. Count now 2-1. 1 down here at the top of the 9th. Jazz lead 4-1 here in Richmond. Dickey comes set at the letters. Now fires home. This one skied into deep left center field. On the move is Slate, and he'll make the grab. I think we have a new guy out there in center field. I don't know if that is Slate. out there, but nonetheless, it is the second out. We just received word, and it is KJ Curry out in center field, so he's moved from second base to the outfield. He was able to run and snag that one for the second out, and the Joes down to their final out of today's game. Victor Valderrama is going to do everything he can to try to extend this game as far as possible. Valderrama 1 for 3 on the day, as one of the 5 hits for the Joes tonight as he looks at a strike over the plate. Joes 4-game win streak now down their final out. Could be ending here very soon. The pitch from Dickey at the letters for a ball. Valderrama out of Rutgers. Be transferring and playing his baseball at a new place next year. A 1-1. Hit towards right field, but that's going to be out of play towards the batting cages. And then now the count's 1-2. So Jazz 1 strike away from improving to 3-3 on the season and defeating the Joes for the first time this season after they lost in Game 1 between these two teams. And it was an 11-3 victory for the Joes. Dickey comes set. He fires, and a check swing. He went around, and the Jazz take the dub over the Hamilton Joes here on this Friday evening. 4-1 the final here from Richmond, Indiana. Winning pitcher is Luke Leverton. He went 6 1/3 innings, gave up 1 earned run, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, and did not walk any. Sebastian Gongora will receive the loss in today's game, and the save goes to Matthew Dickey. So that will do it for us here in the booth. For Luke Westpoli, I'm Sam Newcomb saying so long. Joes come a little bit short. The bats could not come alive here in Richmond. Jazz win 4-1. Joes now 4-2 record, and they will be back in action tomorrow night against the Xenia Scouts. We'll be right here on YouTube for all the action. Hope to see you then. For Sam Newcomb, or for Luke Westboy, I'm Sam Newcomb saying so long from McBride Stadium in Richmond, Indiana.